You are a super secret assassin. Your name is John Wick. Have you ever seen the movie?
I have not seen the movie. Here's the thing, right? I want to see this movie really, really badly because I hear how incredibly good it is. But I've never actually watched it. I've seen bits and pieces, online, and I've seen he kills everybody in these awesome Matrix-like movement type stuff, but I've never actually watched the movie.
Did you ever see the one where Keanu Reeves is doing the actual, in real life target shooting, the timed target shooting?
No, that sounds like a cool YouTube video.
It is. It's a real cool... Actually, I saw it on Facebook. I'm sure it's on YouTube as well. It shows Keanu Reeves and it says, "This is why you don't mess with Keanu Reeves in real life." And it's him just, absolutely going ham, 3-gun. He's got a pistol, a shotgun, and an AR-15.
Wow, that sounds like a much more interesting YouTube video than this one.
Yeah, right?
So this is the game of that movie.
This is a game made by a movie studio. Yes.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Actually, I don't even know that it was made by a movie studio, but...
I do notice that this is definitely the actor from the movie. I've seen this guy before. I've seen him in TV shows and stuff.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely been in a bunch of movies, and he's certainly in this movie, and I really like his character in the game. I was absolutely just messing with him.
So this is a game where you get to be John Wick.
This is specifically a game where you get to be John Wick. That's your entire job. Much like in the movie, you go to this assassin's hotel where everything is paid for with these special gold coins.
See, I didn't know that. That means nothing to me, but thank you for spoiling it.
You're welcome. I mean, it's not really that big of... I mean, it's kind of a big deal because you're not allowed to kill anybody in the hotel as an assassin. It's, they'll put a hit on you.
Why do you keep spoiling this movie for me?
Because it makes sense.
I do like that there's a payday mask.
Yeah, I didn't really understand the reference there. Did, the same people make this game or something?
No, probably not. Who knows? Maybe they did? I don't know. You're supposed to do the research.
I don't do research. You know this.
I'm disappointed you can't put it on.
Me too, because I tried.
Oh, you know what it is? They did a crossover. I remember there was a John Wick pack in Payday 2 where one of the characters you could be was John Wick. So maybe this is the same. I don't know. The point is that doesn't matter. The point is, this is a game about shooting people in the face.
Yes, and specifically in the face. You get a kill if you shoot them in the face. Otherwise, you're going to have to shoot them a bunch of times. So this game is very much so a stationary game. You're not going to be moving around. All of them are set-piece type actions. They'll put you in a spot where there's cover, and you'll have to go and just shoot all the people that come at you. So it's a wave-based shooter, essentially.
Now, I notice there are pickups. How do you get the pickup if you can't move around?
Well, you have to walk over to it.
You just said you can't move around.
I'm just kidding. You have to shoot it.
So it's a wave-based shooter like any other wave-based shooter, and when things drop, you gotta shoot them to pick them up. That kind of vaguely reminds me of that Aerosmith game that used to be in arcades, where you shot their CDs at people.
What? No, I've never heard of that in my entire life.
You don't remember the Aerosmith arcade game? It was the best shooter ever made.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, because you got to save Aerosmith by shooting people with their brand new CD that came out that year.
I don't even think I could name anybody in Aerosmith except for Steven Tyler.
Oh, Joe Perry?
Don't ask me, man. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say that your guns feel incredibly unsatisfying to me.
They really do. They're very unsatisfying, which is a shame because in the training simulator for them, they were very satisfying. Especially if you look at the pistol that you've got. I mean, it's what the heck, man? That's a 50 cal, and it sounds like a 9mm.
Yeah, not impressive. What'd you think of this game?
I think that it's a wave-based shooter, and not a particularly strong incarnation of a wave-based shooter. However, it is one of the best video games based off a movie that I've seen, with the exception of Shadow of Mordor, which is hands down the best video game movie I've ever seen. I don't even know if it's fair to call that a video game movie because it was based off a book. What do you think?
It's definitely not a video game movie, but I think you mean a movie based off, or a video game based off of a movie based off of a book. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd say it, but you're right. I don't know that Shadow of Mordor is going to be my number one, because I think that there have been a couple of movie video game tie-ins that weren't complete trash, but you're right that they generally are trash.
Yeah. They're almost exclusively trash. Now, we'll have to compare this to Spider-Man, because they came out with a VR Spider-Man game. So here's hoping that'll actually have some kind of movement in it and not just be a wave-based shooter.
Right? And Spider-Man, I mean, Spider-Man 2 was a great video game that was based off of a movie. I mean, it's one of the best ones out there. People always talk about that one. But still, I get what you're talking about. The thing is, though, is that this is not particularly impressive to me. In fact, this doesn't even really remind me of the parts of John Wick I've seen. Because I don't remember any part where John Wick cowered behind a barrier and blasted people from afar.
He did not. In fact, the specific gameplay action of John Wick would lend itself much better to something like Superhot, where you're moving around, shooting people in slow time. I mean, I was very disappointed that this is what the game turned out to be.
So it should be Superhot or something else like that if you really want to be John Wick. Definitely not a wave-based shooter where you're hiding in a cover-based wave-based shooter. Is not what I think of when I hear the words John Wick.
No, not even a little bit.
And I'm not even, I haven't even seen the film and I know that this isn't John Wick.
No, I mean, like, the coolest part about John Wick is the way he kills people. He's, like, running up and, like, slide between somebody's legs and shoot him twice in the head. Like, his athletic...
Yeah, you gotta have parkour and slow motion and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. This is a disservice to the film and a disservice to Mr. Keanu Reeves, which is a shame because I like just about every movie I've ever seen him in.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know
just
about
not all.
And it's buggy. What is that?
No, they're juggernauts, so they take a lot of damage.
Well, what did you think of the game, Crypto?
I think that it was kind of a weak showing, to be honest.
How much does this game sell for?
It is $20. This is a $20 VR video game.
You know what? For $20, there are a lot better VR games. There's a lot better wave-based shooters. There's a lot better shooters overall. For $20, you can go get Superhot. I mean, there are better options at this price point. This game doesn't even look beautiful. Like, it's not even a game that you're going to go, wow, this is the prettiest thing and it's worth it for that. People picked up crappy games that looked gorgeous and had an okay time with it because at least it was pretty. This isn't pretty. It's okay. So would you pick it up, Crypto?
I bought it on sale, and I would, again, only buy it on sale. If you can get it for like 50% off, I would say maybe you'll have a good time. If you really liked the movie, maybe it's something you want to look into, but I can't really recommend it that highly, because, again, it's a wave-based shooter, and they didn't do that good of a job with it.
I don't know, I feel like if you liked the movie, you're gonna be annoyed by this game.
Yeah, but maybe you just want to be in the world, you know? And I did have a pretty good time bouncing coins off of the concierge's head.
That's an accidental enjoyment in the game.
That's one of my favorite things about VR, is when the developers pay attention and, like, you know, let you do little, you know, socially unacceptable things like that and actually program a response.
I dig. So I don't think I would pick this up either. It doesn't look like it actually fulfills John Wick. It doesn't look like it's a particularly strong VR game. It doesn't look like it's a particularly strong wave-based shooter. It doesn't really look like it does anything particularly well. And quite frankly, I feel like if I'm going to spend $20, I could spend that $20 on something else. And while you've said that, hey, if it's $10 on sale, you'd pick it up again, I don't know. I still feel like $10 is the amount of money you could spend on a different VR game that's on sale that does things better.
Oh, I forgot to mention that they added into the game a trailer for the movie.
That's insulting.
Just a little bit.
Well, you know, you gotta plug them where you can. By the way, you're watching Cry More Gaming. If you like us, like us. If you don't, don't. You've been watching John Wick. It's a new game out in VR. We don't recommend it, but you can certainly go buy it if you'd like.
You know, even if you don't like us, go ahead and like us anyway.
If you did like it, though, you can go ahead and watch another one of those videos up in the upper left corner. And as always,
we'll see you on the next one.